Okay, so yesterday I had my hot water tank not burst, but I was fixing the thermostat. I was putting a new thermostat in, and I'm waiting for an anoid rod to come as well to do that. And I back flushed the tank, but it started leaking there and there. And you can see, after doing a bunch of research, that these are PVC piping, so flexible PVC piping, and they are PEX clamps. So obviously Forest River, as per a lot of things I've dealt with Forest River, cheaped out and put the wrong clamps on or wrong piping to avoid having to do 90-degree turns, obviously, to get back in there where it drops down underneath the trailer. So I have no hot water. I've ordered some parts, and what I'm going to do is either change the PVC piping out to PEX, maybe the flexible PEX, but probably the hard PEX with 90-degree turns, which I'd have to get under the trailer, to be honest, and fix those as well. And I don't know where they come out, and that's just too big of a project right now. So I'm going to change out these two connections, take away the winter bypass because I live in my RV full time, so I don't need the bypass, and I can add it in later if need be, and then use flare it with the flexible hose, so that should work. But the issue is I have to, because they put these hot water tanks like in the most terrible places ever to get at, and I'm hoping to redo the cupboards and all that stuff so that it's just easy access to get at it. But in the meantime, I've got to take this out. So I've gotten a couple screws. There's two more behind here, so I actually have to lay on my back and try to get those screws out. So here we go. Okay, so the last time I had to go in here to do something, there was, so this sits like this, and then there was a piece that went across here, and you can see that obviously I got very angry. And I took it off because I had to reach the P-trap, and of course it's just a pain to get all this plumbing out of the way. So I think I'm going to leave this. I'm actually not going to put this shelf back in. There's Clover. I'm not going to put that shelf back in. Eventually I'm going to switch out this entire counter area just to make it not as long and stuff. So yeah, this will be a little bit easier to work in. And because this shelf is not going back in, I might actually jigsaw that out to be able to get in there to actually work on the hot water tank and any lines and plumbing. And I'm going to leave it out because it's just a stupid setup. That's all I have to say. And then, yeah, I can have a tray in here, and then I can make sure that there's, I don't know, some diapers or something around there that'll soak it up if it ever happens again. Because I literally was back flushing the tank. I walked in and I had stepped in some water, but the carpet was really wet by the front door. And I was like, wait a minute, my feet aren't that wet. And I had basically flooded this whole area. It had come out into here, almost to the slide. It had gotten in behind the furnace. Thank God the furnace is up. The pump over here. So I spent a couple hours doing that yesterday and cleaning, and now I got no hot water till the parts come in. But that being said, So what I wanted to show you was I can fix these, I can take all these out, but the problem is that they go all the way to the bottom. So I'd only be able to do the PEX tubing to there, and then I'd have to get take down the underbelly, which is another job, and when I do it I will make sure to video it as well. But yeah, I could theoretically do 90-degree turns and I wouldn't have to worry about it, but because I'll be using the proper fittings with the PVC hose, it's not going to have the same issue as this PEX clamps on the PVC flexible, and then I'll get rid of the winter bypass. So stay tuned and subscribe. You may have seen my video on putting my pellet stove in. It works like a hot damn. It's been great. I'm hoping all the parts and everything will be here by the end of the week. I have Friday off coming up, so it would be great to be able to spend my day off doing that. Said no one ever.